8 up coming through here, boy. Crashed out. He's trying to get up out of here. Crashed out right here.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Duke, and it's the CRASHEDOUT2022 channel, where we will review crimes, investigations, discoveries of individuals that's crashing out in America. Basically, a person crashed out is basically somebody who lost hope and gave up on morals and decency and living a life. And before we get started, we would like to pray for those people who lost jobs and businesses, because that's a recipe for crashing out. And we want to also pray for those who are directly affected by the people who lost jobs and businesses, because those people also have a recipe to crash out, because now there is no one to help them anymore. We also want to pray for those people who went to bed hungry last night, who woke up hungry, and those people who are going to go to sleep tonight hungry. We want to pray for those people, because that is a recipe for crashing out, when you're hungry and starving. And we also want to pray for those people who lost loved ones. It could have been last year, last month, last second, yesterday. That is a recipe for crashing out, especially in the type of world we living in today, when people only have a few people who they talk to or really can trust and love. When those people pass on, those people have a recipe to crash out. So we want to pray for those people. And also, we want to just take this time out to thank God Almighty for this day. And before we get started with the video I have for you guys, I just want to ask for a like, comment, subscribe. That would, help generate some traction for these videos I'm putting out. And it's educational purposes anyway. Like, these are educational videos that I'm trying to bring to you guys, just to show you what's really going on. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. We have today we have the furniture store employee found stabbed in Los Angeles. Let's get into it.
In Hancock Park last week is still on the loose tonight.
That's right. Detectives hope that reward money topping 6 figures, a new video of that suspect, will prompt someone to come forward and help out police. Well, they say this is the suspect caught on camera at a 7-Eleven roughly 10 minutes after Brianna Kupfer's murder.
CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen is live tonight outside the Croft store in Hancock Park.
10 minutes after he stabbed and murdered somebody, he went to the store and bought a vape pen. No soul, no remorse, no nothing.
Park, where he just spoke with Brianna's dad. Jeff?
Susie and Jeff right behind us. A memorial is growing in the wake of a community's sorrow. Earlier, more than $200,000 in reward money was announced in the case of a UCLA grad student whose father called her a beacon of light.
There's some denial still, there's some anger, there's a lot of sadness. Everybody's trying to find a way to process it.
Todd Kupfer is talking about his family's anguish following the murder of his second-born child, Brianna Kupfer. Police say the man seen in the security video on Thursday is the suspect. The 24-year-old was working alone at the Croft House furniture store when police say the man walked in.
She sent a text to a friend letting her know that there was someone inside the location that was giving her a bad vibe. Regrettably, that person did not see the text immediately.
About 15 minutes later, a customer found Kupfer stabbed to death.
I can't imagine the pain.
LAPD Chief Michael Moore, who's a father, is asking the public to be on the lookout for the suspect. He was captured on security cameras at a nearby business about 30 minutes after the murder. He's about 6 feet to 6'5", with short braids, wearing a painter-style mask. At one point, he pulls it down, and he had a distinctive backpack.
These are very distinctive attributes.
Councilman Paul Corretz says between city funds and private donations, more than $200,000 have been raised in reward money in less than a week.
This is the largest I've ever seen.
Chief Moore says his department has stepped up patrols along Melrose and La Brea since the end of summer, as a memorial for Kupfer grows outside the store where she once worked.
A radiant human being who cared deeply about not just herself and her family and friends, but also everything around her.
Her father is hoping for a break in the case, not just for his family.
I don't see us healing anytime soon. I would love to tell you that there's going to be a point where we're going to be better, but I feel like it's just going to be a big missing piece, and it can't happen to other people. It's just too hard.
Detectives say they were able to get images of the man through a series of cameras in the area. At this point, they believe the attack was random, and they don't think that Kupfer knew the man. We are live in Hancock Park. Jeff Nguyen, CBS 2 News.
All right, Jeff, thank you so much.
He
Funeral
crashed
plans for
out.
slain LAPD officer.
But he crashed out. We got another video for you guys. Let's check this out.
Park furniture store is stabbed to death. Police released this surveillance video of the man they think did it, and they're asking for help to identify him. Thanks again for joining us here on ABC 7, Hulu Live, and wherever you stream. I'm Ellen Leyva.
Good night, David Ono. Still no known motive for the young woman's murder. Police suspect it was a random attack.
The neighborhood is still in shock, and Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell is live at the scene. He's hearing from people who knew the victim. Josh?
And the LAPD calling this a random killing, just an employee at work doing her job. Then a stranger walks in and the 24-year-old found dead by customers. John Harding didn't know 24-year-old Brianna Kupfer, who was killed while at work Thursday afternoon, but left flowers and a note outside the Hancock Park furniture store that reads, "Sorry the violence in this world found you."
Crazy.
From his home, Harding has a view of the alley where the suspect was seen leaving the store after fatally stabbing Kupfer.
As I worked from home, I just looked out the window constantly just to see what is that individual doing. Are they just walking through, or are they, looking in someone's car, or trying to find a door that's open to a back gate? And as I said, I took my dog for a walk at the time that this obviously happened, and I have a little guilt. It's like if only I walked at a different time, I might be able to help identify the individual that did this violent to an innocent individual just doing her job.
LAPD detectives say the suspect was not known to the victim and the motive is unclear. Herman Hinks works as a security guard across the street from the Croft House furniture store.
I see her every morning. She come in, she opens up the shop. Real friendly woman. She'll look back and wave. Everybody over here is friendly. We look out for one another in the area. Just keeping a close eye out. Because there is a lot of transients that come through.
Kupfer, who lives in Pacific Palisades, was working alone. Her body discovered by two customers who entered the store just before 2 in the afternoon.
And I saw him walk out, and I just seen sheer terror. She was screaming like, "Oh my God, oh my God." And, from that point, I was trying to, make my way over. It was too much traffic. So by that time, police came from everywhere. When I kind of walked facing that way, you could kind of see through the window. And once I looked down, I said, "Oh my God. That's the young lady that works in the store."
You saw her
through the actual glass before they kind of blocked it off. I just seen her laying there. She was just laid there like she was on her back.
Based on evidence discovered by detectives, the suspect is believed to be homeless. According to our analysis of data from LAPD's open data website, about 10% of the nearly 400 homicides in 2021 reported by LAPD had a homeless suspect. That same data shows homicides overall have increased by more than 50% since 2019. Back here live as we show you the growing memorial to Brianna Kupfer outside of the store. If you have any information regarding this homicide, you're asked to contact the LAPD.
Wow.
Now at 11, traumatized friends opening up about that.
Crazy, man.
The suspect wanted in the brutal slaying of a young woman working at an upscale furniture store in Los Angeles. A Good Samaritan recognized him from images, including this surveillance video. The person called authorities, and it turns out the suspect is well known to police because he has a lengthy list of arrests on both sides of the country. Jim Murray now with details.
The homeless man wanted in the stabbing death of UCLA grad student Brianna Kupfer is under arrest. Police reportedly got their break in the case after a citizen recognized the suspect from the wanted poster and called the cops. He was found at a bus stop in Pasadena, California, 12 miles from where police say he brutally stabbed to death 24-year-old Brianna. Suspected killer Shawn Smith has a rap sheet filled with at least 11 arrests in North and South Carolina and Los Angeles. Police released this video of Smith looking ultra calm at a 7-Eleven just 30 minutes after allegedly slaying 24-year-old Brianna. He pays in cash and at one point lowers his mask, revealing his facial features. He buys a vape pen, then casually returns to the cashier and exchanges it for another. The 7-Eleven where the suspected killer shopped is exactly 1.3 miles from the luxury furniture store where Brianna was found slain. Police say before the fatal and senseless attack, he visited several stores up and down this busy Los Angeles street. He wore a painter's mask like this, a simple mask that protects against dust. He also carried a dark backpack. Despite his long rap sheet, at the time of Brianna's murder, Smith was free on a $1,000 bond.
And I want to pause it right there because this is starting to become an occurrence, and people being murdered and people becoming suspects and victims. A lot of these crimes and cases are people who are released from prison or out on bond, or it's like these people are being released just to do a more horrific crime. So I don't know I don't know if it needs to be a no bond or stiffer penalties for certain crimes. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of these crimes are people who are getting out of prison, or people who are being released on probation or on bond.
I spoke to Brianna's heartbroken father, Todd Kupfer. You just want to get on a soapbox and scream, hey, why isn't anybody taking care of these problems?
I think people are in positions that can affect change, and I hope that they get the message that what they're doing right now is not the right solution.
Crazy, man. That's somebody's daughter. That's somebody's, auntie, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it.
Suspect of the stabbing death of Brianna Kupfer has been charged. Prosecutors charged 31-year-old Shawn Smith with murder after police say he killed the 24-year-old UCLA graduate as she worked at a luxury furniture store in Hancock Park. Now, police say that Smith strolled into the Croft house on North La Brea January 13th and then randomly attacked the design consultant. Smith is now being held on $2 million bail. His next court appearance is scheduled for February 17th.
Yeah, man. So that's gonna do it for this video today, man. We just want to send prayers out to Brianna and her family, and we want to pray for her and her family. Pray for her soul and her family as they enter the grieving process is going on, and we also want to pray for we also want to pray for the guy who committed this murder. We want to pray for him and his family. Like I say all the time, man, we have to realize that we are living in a different America. We're living in a lawless America. We're living in a moralless America. We're living in a no self-respect America, no love America, a godless America. So with that being said, man, pay attention to your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Always pay attention to your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? You got a bad vibe, you see she said she had a bad vibe on her dude. When you get that bad vibe, you have to move. You have to move. You know what I'm saying? Get up out of there. So pay attention to your surroundings, man. And there's people out here crashing out. So don't become a victim of somebody who crashed out. Peace.